Finally tonight, a story about the partnerships that are forged while fighting overseas between those in uniform and then some. We have a reunion story tonight about a U.S. Marine and the dog that saved his life on a very bad day in Afghanistan. Here's NBC's Kristen Dahlgren.
They say the bonds of war are unbreakable. For Lance Corporal Brad O'Keefe and his working dog Earl, it was beyond man's best friend.
He'd wake me up at 6 o'clock every morning and make sure I fed him. He went out on patrol with me every day. We just kind of established that sort of a brotherhood.
In 2010, the two were on patrol in Afghanistan when the bomb-sniffing dog alerted.
By the time he was able to locate where it was, the insurgent pushed a button and blew us up.
O'Keefe was injured badly, but Earl's warning had saved him and the 13 men in his unit.
I kept asking where Earl was.
Earl was injured too, and in the chaos ran more than 5 miles back to base, where he waited, right next to his master's gear. But O'Keefe didn't come back. The Purple Heart recipient would undergo 7 surgeries, never forgetting the dog who saved his life.
Keeping him in my memory was kind of one way to honor him and keep him close.
O'Keefe's sister Rachel made it her mission to track down the hero dog.
It was what I wanted to do for Brad. Bring it full circle, have him reunite with his dog again.
She turned to Facebook, and users from around the world helped her figure out that Earl had left the military.
Get to work.
And ended up with the Rhode Island State Police, where he worked the Boston bombings and had a new master, Trooper Damian Maddox.
I knew what had to be done. As soon as you told me the story, I knew.
It's an honor. Turn K9 Earl to your care and custody, sir.
It wasn't easy. Maddox loved Earl too, but he knew the Marine needed him more.
Getting him back is kind of like filling a hole that had been there.
Earl is now retired and back home with O'Keefe.
I'm just so glad we were able to do it.
A story of love and sacrifice, and a bond that seems as strong as ever.
Good boy, Earl.
Kristen Dahlgren, NBC News, New York.